The seafood in Belize ain't stand a chance once I cleared customs. Belize is big on seafood, which is my favorite. I don't know how I didn't turn into a fish as much seafood as I ate, but this is everything I ate in Belize. Now, the first day I did do a food tour, so if you want to check that out, I did make a separate video about that. These are the places that we checked out and what I ate. Immediately after that food tour, I was still hungry, so I went to a restaurant called Black and White. It's an authentic Garifuna restaurant. I wanted to start off my trip tasting as much local foods as possible. So I got the seafood huda. I know it looked like a bowl of meat cereal, but it was actually really good and very flavorful. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's like coconut milk. Now that ball of mashed up corn, plantain, whatever it was, I ain't like all that. He had the curry chicken and it was really good, and I'm not even the biggest fan of curry. But the way Belizeans do curry is different. The next morning we checked out Estelle's Dine by the Sea. Nice place right on the water. I got a mimosa to start the day off, and then I got the breakfast fried jack sampler. They were filled with combinations of sausage, bacon, and chorizo. All really good, and it kept me full almost all day, and a bowl of fruit, of course. Later that night, the rest of the group got in and we went to Carambas. Carambas is the restaurant that lets you pick your seafood fresh straight off the ice, and they're prepared to your liking. They have recommendations, but I went with the half snapper, scallops, stone crab, and shrimp. I liked everything, but I wish the food came out hotter. Because we had a bigger party, I think they were waiting for everybody's foods to get done, which makes my food warm. Also, stick to blackened or jerk seasoning. I got my scallops cooked in garlic butter, and I didn't like it as much as I thought I would. Next morning, we got up to hunt for breakfast. We found this spot on the strip. I think it's called Sealy's. We got breakfast fried jacks, and they were good, but they were really slow. I swear we waited like 20 minutes just for one fried jack. Then down the street to this coffee house and got smoothies. They were so good. We tried going back twice. Later in the day, we went to Secret Beach, and you know we headed straight to the social media famous Blue Bayou. Not gonna lie, I had low expectations because they are really popular on social media. But if you're gonna make me wait, make sure the food is good, because Blue Bayou had the best food that I had in San Pedro. I got the seafood platter with shrimp, snapper, and lobster. Y'all, the food was so fresh, we had to wait 30 minutes to order because they was waiting on the fishermen to bring in the lobster for the day. Food was so well seasoned, lobster cooked perfectly. I felt bad eating it in the water it just came from. We would have went back, but y'all know it's just so far away from everything. That food didn't stand a chance. Later that night, it was my actual birthday. We went to Hidden Treasure. I got the pork chop and only remember the pork chop, but it was very tough. Crazy because I didn't know pork could even get tough. Nice ambiance for a birthday though, and they did sing me happy birthday, so that's nice. The next day was our boat day. We did have some ceviche or whatever this was. Is that beans? Do beans go in ceviche? Maybe it's salsa. We docked in Kikaka. We immediately went to Chef Kareem. TikTok did not steer me wrong because everything was so good, and my favorite, hot and fresh. The seafood ain't stand a chance. We got the shrimp skewer, lobster, and the jerk chicken, all really good when I finally got to eat it, because them flies attacked me as soon as I opened the box. They worse than the kids who be like, my mama let me eat that. I also got a smoothie from this place, really good. Grilled seafood, fresh smoothies, good weather. Belize was like heaven. Later that day, we went to the bar across the street from my Airbnb. Can't remember the name. I had wings. They was not the best, but they were wings. I think their thing is convenience, as they are right next to the airport. The last full day, we did nothing but eat. I started off at Sammy's Montreal Meats. We were looking at their menu and we were like, dang, this looks just like a Detroit Coney's menu. Not realizing that they are from Montreal, Canada, which is, I guess, kind of close to Detroit. And that's where their menu was inspired by. I started off with a double mimosa. Don't know what that is, but it was my last day on vacation. I got the fried jack, but this is my first one with chicken. And oh my God, this one was so good. So juicy. The first bite got my white short. And of course, I had to get the bowl of fresh fruit. Later for lunch, we went to El Fogón, a traditional Belizean restaurant. And I legit do not remember what this is, but they did me wrong with this dry piece of fish. For the appetizer, I got the sample platter. This ball or whatever it is was so good. You know when you bite into something and you got to pick up your phone to film it? You know it's good. I wish I could remember what it was called. And later that night, we checked out Robin's Kitchen. They serve Jamaican food, and man, I tasted that food and I was like, where Robin at? We got the jerk chicken and the oxtail, thinking we was gonna share. It was so good, I had to go back and get my own. Some things just be too good to share. And on the last day, we went to a place called Cool Beans for brunch before our flight. It was so cute and right on the water. We started off with drinks. I got one called the side chick, and for my main, I got the eggs, bacon, and French toast. And of course, a bowl of fruit. But this was by far the best bowl of fruit. The French toast was really good as well. I was so sad I did not get to check out Elvies, but I would love to return and try them. And that's everything I ate in San Pedro, Belize.